Welcome to Outdoor Madness, everyone. I'm Kerry Clark. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. It's time to put the 2024 Kawasaki Brute Force and all its awesome force to the test.
So, once again, good engine braking coming from another Kawasaki product. The Brute Force 750 has a CVT transmission with high and low range, and the engine braking is just excellent. Comes in so handy when you're going down these steep hills. And the power just comes right on, you guys. If you remember, in the walk around video that I did, I told you guys I used to have a V-Force 700, which was the sport model, or the sport edition of the Brute Force. And that thing was quick, but it was a carbureted model, and it was 50 cc's less. Well, with this fuel injection and 50 cc's more, this thing just goes. You gotta love the power. And the brakes, woo-hoo-hoo, yes! You've got your two front brakes up here on the handlebars, and of course you've got your foot lever brake too. So when you need to stop, you can stop.
Sorry for the spots. You guys are looking at something happened to my camera while I was filming. I thought it was just something on the lens, but I cleaned it, took it off and everything, but still showing up. And I don't want to delete this footage because there's so many good spots I took this this quad out to testing it. So, but I apologize for these spots.
Nice when you drop this thing into low, it just pulls up these hills so easy. Now, of course, we're just cruising down, taking our time. You get to these kind of spots where you want to straddle it, you know you can just take your time. Just cruise right down. Good ground clearance. I don't know about this right here. This looks pretty hairy. Oh no, no problem. Once again, the engine braking is so good.
What is she doing way out here by herself? I am way out in the boonies, and this is not a hiking trail.
It's a really tight trail. You can see it's all rutted out. Pretty awesome. So one of the things I love too about this unit, you guys can see the rocks over here. Excuse me. But when you're going from four-wheel drive low to four-wheel drive high, it's just effortless. You know, it goes in so easy. This is one of those situations where you just kind of want to cruise up it and low. Just take your time and go. It just cruises right up the thing effortlessly. Then once you get to the top, just go right back down in to high, and there you go. Piece of cake. So here's another spot right here. Now I don't really need to go into low, but I like to do it because I always like to just feel how good the engine braking is on this thing. Because when you get in situations like this, I'm going to turn around here. You guys, I think you can see this trail right here. This is a trail that I've come down before and climbed. But when you're coming down something like this, you know, especially with a utility quad, you just want to put that thing in low and just cruise down nice and easy. And this thing, I tell you, the engine braking is just so good in situations like this. So we're going to pop them into low. We're just going to put on down. I mean, it's so good. That's the thing, you never have to worry about getting out of control. You just have to be in the right gear, low or high, and you'll have no problem whatsoever. lot of people say that. This thing sounds like a submarine, the transmission. My 700 sounded the same way. They have like a whine to them. Well, you guys, once again, Kawasaki has a winner with the 2024 Brute Force 750. Now, of course, you're gonna feel the weight. And especially when you start riding this thing aggressively. I mean, it's got all kinds of power. The thing just takes off whenever you want it to. But of course, with all that weight, you feel it. The only thing that I really have to say in a negative way on this unit is the heat. Now, I love the way you have the protection right here, okay? Keeps all the mud and debris off of you, but let me tell you, you can really feel the heat coming off the side here. This is your CVT over here, but the heat on this side over here where you check your oil, by the dipstick right here, you can really feel the heat coming off of that. So, I mean, during the winter time, it's probably nice, but during the summer, when you're riding, I mean, I could really feel the heat coming off of that thing. But other than that, I mean, this thing is definitely a winner. I love the way I've got my tripod right here. Of course, I didn't have a lot of stuff to carry, but I've got my tripod strapped down right there. The racks come in handy. And then all the little cubbies. You can see I've got my water right here. Of course, I always got to bring my knife. You never know what's going to happen when you're out by yourself riding. And then, of course, underneath the seat, you have a little bit of storage. You've got storage here. And then right here, too, just like I showed in the walk around, you have storage here where I have my phone and everything. And another thing that I really like about the Brute Force is, this is the first time I've ever ridden a quad with power steering. You know, I've always been in the sport quads. I had a Banshee. I had the 700 V-Force. None of those had power steering on them. You know, but when you're going fast and everything, you don't need it. But when you're just doing slow technical trail riding, you're climbing hills and everything, you need that power steering. And the power steering on this thing is so smooth. It works really good. So once again, Kawasaki knocked it out of the ballpark, you guys, with the 750 Brute Force. And I love the way it looks. I love the when you turn it on, I love the way you have those running lights right there. Looks pretty cool. But good looking quad. Handles everything pretty good. I could climb anything out here, especially when you put this thing in low and you're just crawling. I mean, you're just crawling up these steep hills that I do the side-by-side on. I mean, it handles it with no problem. So if you're thinking about buying the Brute Force for work, for fishing, for hunting, it can handle it, but it can also handle the trails. I'm Kerry Clark for Outdoor Madness. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, of course, you know the story. I'll see you somewhere right out there in the great outdoors.